All right, everybody, are you excited? Today, we're gonna learn how to jump. We're gonna take you out, we're gonna teach you on board the proper ways to get the biggest jumps kite surfing. So join us, let's get rocking and rolling. Let's go have some fun. Let's learn something today. So we're gonna go out and we are gonna learn how to properly jump. So the most important thing when you go out to jump is whenever you turn that kite up, you're always gonna get ripped faster off the water. So you wanna ride at a pace that you know it's gonna get increased. So you don't wanna ride at your peak speed or else you won't be able to hang on. So you kinda wanna ride at a solid power because you know when you turn it's gonna go. So let's get going. So what I'm looking for when I'm about ready to do a jump or to get my biggest airs jumping, I'm looking for a nice little ramp I can time with, and then two, I'm just bringing my kite up and it's gonna be nice and high, but it's gonna kick across, call it neutral, noon, and it's gonna take me up when I pull in. So I'm trying to increase my speed. I'm increasing, I see a lip that I wanna go off, and I'm gonna release my edge, and then I'm gonna edge harder. And the reason why is when I turn that kite, if I release my edge just a hair, just offset, I can really leverage in on it. If I don't release my edge and I try to just whip it, it's really hard to hold that edge. So a good test is to go out and ride and work on just little edge pressures, right? So if I'm riding along and I want to jump, I get my speed up and I release it for a second and then I edge into it. And what that does is that gives me the ability to work on the timing so that when I release it, that's going to be and give me the biggest airs when I pop into that edging. So the goal would be to get used to your edging, know that I can get my speed up, and then I'm going to get my speed up and then I really lay into that edge. So it's a really fine moment where I release it and I get back on it. And it's more to just give yourself more leverage, because when I crank that kite, it's hard. So here we go, we got a wave lining up and I'm gonna edge, release, and then I edge. And that's gonna take me up, the kite's over to one side, I bring it down the other direction I'm going. And the trick is to catch yourself with your kite, you always have to bring it back in the direction you're going. So you wanna edge really good, have that kite come up over your head, and if you leave it over to the other side, it's okay, as long as it transitions back before you land, will help give you that little loft to land on your feet and ride away. So the most important things when you're looking to jump big is to really edge to a speed that you can control, and know you pick a spot where you're gonna hit it. Bring that kite up, get ready, get that speed up, but know that I'm gonna release just a hair of a second, and I'm gonna lay into that edge, and I'm gonna lay more into the wind so it creates leverage against that kite. Because what gives you the ability to jump is to have your kite surge into the wind. So you really want to edge hard to create that kite to surge. If you don't edge into it, what happens is the kite will then pull you downwind. So if you feel like you're jumping and you're covering like 200 yards downwind, that's because you're not holding your edge and getting that kite to ramp up for you. So I'm looking for my spot and I found it. So the trick is to find that lip that you want to hit. You want to hit it, you want to send it, you want to find it. But I know when I go into it, I'm increasing my speed by letting off that edge and then I lay right into it. That gives me the ability to have the jumps that I want to do. So, great ways to learn this. Go out on your own every session, ride, get a comfortable speed up, and then edge a little bit harder. Work on letting off for a second and then getting on it. That's going to give you that ability to surge that kite. Surging the kite is what's going to give you the biggest boosty, lofty jumps. Now, what's really important is to not over send the kite. If you over send the kite, you're just gonna get kind of tossed to one side. The trick is always to try to really have control going into the jump. The bigger the lip doesn't necessarily mean like the perfect size is like a 3 foot, 6 foot chop where you can really lay into it and it can give you that launch. So we're gonna do one more jump. I'm gonna look for a perfect ramp. I'm gonna edge into the wind, but before that I release it as I bring that kite up, because when I bring it up I can't control it or hold it. So here we go. We're gonna go for a big old booster. So I'm assessing what I'm gonna hit, what ramp I wanna hit. Make sure there's no kiters downwind, which I see somebody downwind, so I have to change my tack or else I will land on him. So I see one on the outside, so what I'm doing is I'm increasing my speed. I got nice edge pressure. I know I can hold more. I see my kicker, release, edge. And then I have my kite above me, I wait, I bring it back. And that's how we do it. So that is how you properly boost and you feel comfortable jumping. So the trick is really hold that edge all at once. You edge, bring that kite up, and that's hopefully going to help you have the best and the biggest jumps for you to enjoy this sport that we love. So start small, don't start on a windy day, build your way into it. If you're flying downwind, that means that I'm not holding my edge enough to get that kite to surge up. So you really want to make sure I edge hard and I have that kite surge. On that note, guys, go out there, work on that edge pressure, really have that kite surge, and hopefully one day we can share the water and jump a little bit bigger. So I'm gonna go have some fun. Thank you guys so much. We love you. Until next time.